jacked, shredded, jacked to the tits. That's a line from a movie. I think Matthew McConaughey's in it.
I'm ready to get shredded.
Do you want to be shredded? Welcome back to the Gentleman's Sit-Down. We are an untraditional podcast.
Trying to be traditional gentlemen.
I am Satirius D. Lemitius.
And I am Joshua Callahan.
Links in the descriptions for social medias. Follow, give a like, subscribe, ding a bell.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Exactly.
Say something.
Say some stuff.
Do something.
Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter.
React.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. So, topic at hand. Being shredded. Now, what does shredded mean? Well, shredded can mean a lot of things. Usually, when people say shredded, they think Hugh Jackman, Chris Evans, maybe not Chris Evans, but Hugh Jackman, Henry Cavill, guys that get really freaking
Justin Theroux
abbed
is actually,
up.
I don't know if you know him as an actor. He always looks shredded. Like he looks like he's dehydrated, shredded.
Yeah. Guys that are like, you think like, oh, he's at 3% body fat, 4% body fat, stuff
6%.
like that. 6% body fat. You think that, right? And most of the time, and I'm not gonna lie, for a long time, I used to think the same thing. If you were someone that was around just 6 to 8% body fat, I thought it was not healthy. I thought it was too much. And I say I used to think that because there's I don't know, something's happened in my life.
Tell me what happened. I was there.
Where my opinion has changed. I don't want to get there just yet. I just want to.
We're gonna take them on a journey.
Yeah, take
we'll
a little
circle
bit on
back.
a journey. Yeah,
We'll circle back.
yeah.
So, listen, I always thought shredded, because you see it in magazines, posters, billboards, and all that stuff was like the goal that society puts up, and your movie stars get jacked and shredded for a movie. They see you with the shirt off, and you're like, yes,
Yeah.
I want to be that. I never really wanted to be that, but I thought getting a little bit cut so you can see the muscles would be kind of a good goal if you're working so hard on building the body, right? Or what I didn't feel like was that being cut equated healthy. Like, I've got to see your abs to know that I'm healthy. I think that is a false equivalation.
It is.
That I didn't fall into that trap. Luckily, it was always about fitting how quick it was for me to recover from something, how healthy I felt meant how easy it was for me to go to sleep and wake up and be alert and fruitful and energy throughout the day. Those were my signs, and mental acuity were my signs of being healthy that I used fitness for, and flexibility and mobility. All those things were important to me.
Yes, I agree.
Not to say I didn't want that dream of being cut and having the muscles show if I was just at rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want you to be able to see me at rest. Like,
Jacked.
He's good. Not jacked, but yes. Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
Shredded.
I'm not there yet, so I don't want to admit that, no, it's not my goal. But come on. It's everybody's goal. Come on.
You never, let's be honest here.
Let's be honest.
When you're on the
Tell us the truth.
when you're on the pursuit of being jacked or shredded, you never feel like you're there. You never do.
Even when you are kind of there?
Even when you're kind of there, or even if you are there, you never feel like you're there. You always
There's more places to go with your body and your jackness.
Exactly. You always feel like there's a new level. You can push to another level.
And that's the shit that boggles my mind, and I don't want it to be tripwires for me.
Yeah,
You know, this is kind of mental game. You're always moving the metric. You're always moving it.
Yeah.
Part of that is good because then you're always seeking perfection. You got a North Star. We always talk about the North Star. You have this overarching goal you go for. And on the journey to that, you learn and gain and do so much that you don't want to negate it or, belittle it because you're not at the North Star.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about all that.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
I
to
want
me.
jacked tits. I want to be jacked to the tits.
Yeah.
My abs, yeah, I want my abs to show, but it's more important for my chest and my biceps.
Well,
I'm
here's the
sorry,
thing.
I'm vain a little bit.
Here's the thing.
I feel like my legs are
When
good.
when
Look
you're
at
when you're at that level,
that. Sorry, go ahead.
when you're at that level where you're shredded or jacked or just like really healthy, walking around like your
See,
average.
you just said really healthy.
Well,
You're just really jacked and really shredded.
just really jacked, really shredded. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm
What do
just
you
trying to
mean?
make a point here. I'm trying to
Okay,
make a
go
point.
ahead, go ahead.
All right. When you're really healthy, all right, you know, you're not always seeing the abs. Like you're not always cut up. It's not like the pictures or the
airbrushed
model, the
model
airbrushes and all
thing,
that
yeah.
stuff. It's not like that all the time. So, and a great guy who gave a great example of this is Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I
Henry
remember this.
Cavill. Yeah, told you about this. Henry Cavill. I saw this interview with Henry Cavill where he actually went
He's
into
a good guy.
detail. He's a good guy.
Superman.
He is. Yeah, he's Superman, The Witcher. Come on, you know who Henry Cavill is. Come on,
Don't call him a witch.
The Witcher.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But everybody knows who Henry Cavill is. If you don't know who Henry Cavill is, you're an idiot.
Google him, Chuck.
Right?
Go.
Google me, Chuck. Anyway, so this guy, he was honest because he was being interviewed. And everybody knows that, actors, they tend to do the dehydration technique to get their skin as thin as possible so that you can see their abs popping the most, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that trick.
Looks sickly sometimes.
Yeah.
On the wrong person.
But Henry Cavill went into detail about it because it was during an interview after the first season of The Witcher where that scene where he's sitting on the bed and he's shirtless and he's like all
The money shot.
sweaty because he probably just finished having sex with a woman in the bed and
Just defeated evil and had sex, so
Yeah.
I gotta look like I'm a friggin' Holocaust victim. Yeah.
So I don't know about
Sorry, okay, go.
but yeah. So he basically told him he walked through people the process of the dehydration technique, where he basically says the first day you pretty much drink 100% of your water, or like 90%, 80, like something like that, right? And you do like a hardcore workout, right? Hardcore workout that first day. It's like a 4-day cycle. He explained. And like that first day, you're pretty much drinking 90 to 100% of the water that you would normally drink, and you do a hardcore workout. The second day, you do the same thing. Hardcore workout, but you're drinking around 70 to 80% of the water you would, something like that, like 60 to 70%, 60 to 80% of the water that you would drink normally, your normal intake, and you do a hardcore workout. Then that third day, you're drinking like somewhere between 25 and 50% of the water that you normally intake on that, and you're doing a hardcore workout. And then he said, on that last day,
Oh my God.
you drink no water and you do a hardcore workout. So you're dehydrated completely.
I'm exhausted just listening to it.
And he said it could be an easy day if the shot you need to shoot is the first scene of the day. So it's an early morning shoot. You wake up, you do your hardcore workout, you do the shoot, and you're done. Then you could drink as much water as you want for the rest of the day. But it's a pain in the ass if it's the last scene to shoot. So you have to go that whole day. You can't drink any water. You have to do the hardcore workout towards the end, towards closer to the scene, so that your muscles are pumping with blood and you have the pump going on. And then you have to then sit there, dehydrated as all hell, and do the scene where you have no water in your system.
And all this for what? For a money shot and whatever. What is he getting paid? It's worth it to him. He's got people by the side waiting to help chime in and like, oh, you're not healthy. You're not doing this right. Check your pulse. Do this. Make sure you're safe. You tell somebody out there and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And they go do it. And then they pass out and hit their head on the friggin' dumbbell. Then, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And what did you do it for? You did it for a look? Were you going to maintain it? Is a goal to get to a look so you can snap a picture and put it on your Insta? Is that it? Then it just lives there forever and then you don't have to worry about it. Then you go back to eating ding dongs and Twinkies? No. The goal is to kind of maintain it. Maintain it for what? For who? For you? For her? For him? Yeah. What? Tell me.
Yeah.
That's what these are things you got to decide if you're going to go for that goal. Why are you going for the goal?
Exactly.
Are you this crazy athlete who's making millions being an athlete?
Right.
Making millions being the bunny shot in the bed after you just horned out with the girl and defeated a dragon? Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make, though, is this guy, Henry Cavill, he's fit, he's jacked, he's shredded, And even he walking around he doesn't always look cut up.
That's what I took the most from the story, was that he said he was honest about it. That is a goal. That is a strategy for a certain look, for a certain moment.
Yeah.
It's not attainable all the day, because every day he doesn't look like that. It's hard. It's unsafe and unhealthy.
It's unsafe and unhealthy. And that's what's kind of, so the situation that I came across in my life, where I came to this realization, I don't know, I figured something out about my body fat
the code.
percentage, okay? Because it
We're
makes a
talking
lot
about
of sense.
BMI, body mass index.
Yeah. My body fat percentage, I always thought was somewhere between 10 and 12%, which is, it's like average. Well, it's on the excellent level of healthiness.
Excuse me.
That's what they call it.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be a braggart over here. I'm being honest, which so it doesn't help what I'm about to say. Because
Being braggadocious.
I always thought I was like 10 or 12% body fat, because when I walk around, I don't always look cut up. I don't. But I know that I have abs. I have my muscles.
But you do to other people. You can to other people, and may not. You're your own worst critic. Maybe. I see what you said.
That's probably true. But I know walking around that I'm not, like, my abs don't always look perfect walking around. I don't always look cut up with my abs walking around. But then come to find out, we did this thing yesterday at the gym. It was literally yesterday. We were talking with this wonderful trainer. Her name is Anna. She's a wonderful person, always very kind to us, always said hi to us. And I don't know, for some reason, she was like, you know what, guys, hey, because
I went in to weigh myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And listen, I don't give any kind of. You just need some kind of metric, and that's what we're getting at. Some kind of metric gives you a way to build goals and to monitor goals and gains and everything else. So I only do the weight just to see, because I know for myself, no matter what I'm on a diet, I'm doing a different routine. I want to see if my weight is fluctuating. It never really does. But every now and again, I still just weigh myself, see where it's at. And it was like right on the money, 185. It was so weird, 185. I'm like, it never moves. And it was in the office, and she said, hey, you got to know kind of your body fat. And I kind of know that percentage body fat is a bigger metric.
Yeah. So she offered
more valuable
for us to do more than just, first he just wanted to do the scale. So he did the scale, but then she offered him to do more than just the scale, and she tracked his body fat percentage, all that stuff.
I was at 18%, so it was between excellent and good.
Yeah. And
not being braggadocious.
Yeah. And so, and for his age group, so he's in between excellent and good. Yeah.
And my height and my build.
Yeah. So because I was in the room, she was like, you want to try? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll try. I don't care. I said, I'm pretty sure I said, I'm like, I'm probably around 11% body fat. So I did my weight, and then I did the test.
Oh, someone's backing up.
And I did the test. So I did my weight. I took my weight, gave her my height, my age, all that stuff. Then I did the test, and come to find out, my body fat is 6.3% body fat.
It's crazy.
And I never thought I was
Give him a burger. Somebody get him a burger over here.
Yeah. And it was the craziest realization I ever had. Because it was like you always think about, like, I don't know, for me growing up, I always saw like these guys, and they were like 6% body fat, 8% body fat, 5% body fat. And they were like really cut. And, and there was always pictures in Men in Fitness of these guys that were really shredded and cut. And I was like, oh, at least to me right now, I don't walk around looking like those guys that are shredded and cut like that.
Because you were coming in and out of your day-to-day life. But what I found really fascinating, like you were just doing your regular routine. It wasn't like you had a specific goal, like you didn't have a shoot or you didn't have a thing that you were trying. It was just like your regular day. Yeah. But what I thought was really fascinating is because I know that we've been talking about it. You've been trying to do kind of mass gain, eating more. So I thought, you think when you eat a lot before you turn it directly into muscle, it becomes like, it becomes fat and your body's going to figure it out and reconfigure it, right? I thought it was going to be higher. I wasn't expecting it to be so low, right? Because weren't you trying to do some gaining?
Well, yeah, I was trying to put in some muscle mass. I wanted to grow muscle mass, right? And I don't know. She tells me it's 6.3% body fat. So
Do you
then
think it's
all
healthy?
of a sudden,
I'm sorry.
well, I'm getting to the point. All right. So then all of a sudden, I'm thinking about Henry Cavill and that story that he said, and it's like, oh my God, you know. So his story makes a whole lot more sense. Walking around, you could be physically fit, physically healthy. You could train real hard, and you would never like. I didn't know I was at 6.3% body fat. I thought I had more, and it turns out I'm not. I'm at 6.3% body fat, and I feel the healthiest I've ever been in my life. So, yes, me personally, trying to get to the point that I've been trying to get to. Yes, me personally, I feel like being shredded can be really healthy if you do it right. If you're not trying to starve yourself for it, and if you're
I
actually,
think everybody's different. It depends on your body.
yeah, and I think
it's healthy for you, your age, and where you're at. And I can look at that and be judgmental and not judgmental. I can weigh the like I see you eat, I see you at work, I see you on a regular basis. I know your mobility, I know your aptitude and your physical prowess, right? At least a little bit. So I'm like, wow, okay. 6.3 is not like maybe a bad percentage to be at. But when I can't help when I look at other people at the gym and they're like 9, 12 pack abs or whatever, and they have their shoulders on. I'm like, man, that looks, I mean, clearly they're fit and clearly they're of a certain age, but I can't judge the value of it because I don't know what they're eating, what they're drinking, and their regular routine.
and if they're taking PEDs,
Or if they're taking, supplements and stuff to get there, because that may be good for now, but the bill is gonna be due later. It's gonna catch up to you.
yeah,
You're doing it. I know.
I'm
if
natural.
I may say,
I'm
you're
all
doing it
natural.
naturally.
Yeah.
You don't drink. You don't really do sweets and things like that.
Yeah.
I know that I do partake in those things, and it takes me a little bit longer at my age. And, so I do diets and cleanses, not to lose weight, but to decrease inflammation and for overall well-being and a kind of awareness to my diet. And by doing it around, let's say, of Whole30 for 30 days, I have good habits progressing forward into the holiday season and stuff because I can let myself go. I can be like, go hog. So I don't have necessarily a goal for percent body fat.
Me neither.
Or now that I'm doing this thing, it's on a month. She suggested, maybe monthly keep an eye on. It's a better metric to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
I may take her up on that. And I may, through the fall, winter, when you're kind of like hoarding calories, kind of see where I go, then take a break from that and maybe do the metric again in the summer when you lose calories and kind of see my circadian rhythms with my, body mass index. Yeah, I just threw some words at you, But I found it fascinating, the math problem, because by figuring this out, you're figuring out the mass of your bones and muscles. I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you do the math and you figure out what is the body fat.
Yeah. Well, she would basically take
Fat
the
weighs
percentage
more
of
than-
your body fat,
A
and
muscle
she
weighs
would
more than
say
fat.
how much your weight, because of the percentage of body fat, she could tell you, okay, well, this is your body fat percentage, so this is how much your weight is.
Yeah.
This is how much weight of fat is in you, and then the rest of it is a combination of your
Muscle
bones,
and bones.
your skeleton, and your muscle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basic math. But I mean, it was just
organs and all that.
fascinating seeing all that from holding this PlayStation device, like a controller like thing. And I guess it did your pulse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never know if it's a real reading because I've done one before where they get the calipers and they actually pinch certain locations and then you get measurements that way. And it's supposed to be a more exact because you're actually measuring the skin flaps.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. I don't know what it's called. The calipers.
Yeah.
I feel like a farm animal sometimes. What are you clipping me with the calipers?
Yeah.
What, are you
But
gonna
yeah.
shear me? What are you trying to get my skin for a bodysuit?
But
Did I go too far?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like shredded, done the right way. Like if you can get shredded without having to take PEDs or anything like that.
Tell me what a
And
PED
you-
is. 'Cause I don't even know. I know
PED is
supplements.
like performance enhancement drugs.
There
So
it
like
is.
steroids, tren,
That's what it
stuff
stood
like
for.
that.
I forgot what it stood for.
Yeah.
So it's for me.
Yeah.
But
So-
tell them. No, okay, you did.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that. The nasty candy that your local bodybuilder
Injections and
might be taking
people.
and offering.
Like you look at that and like people, and I was told by someone who was a bodybuilder that you can't naturally get to that state of the puffed up Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of muscle. You need supplements and
you can't get your muscles
PEDs.
your muscles naturally can't get like Arnold's chest. You can't get your chest
It's ridiculous.
that big.
It's like two heads on
naturally.
your chest plate. It's ridiculous.
No, you can't do that naturally.
It's like two Irish noggins. Like you can put faces and draw a whole thing on it. It's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure naturally, a natural human body, the chest is supposed to be smaller. It's like a smaller size because it's a smaller muscle, really. It's not meant to be giant. Like it's a bigger muscle group, yes, but compared to your back and your legs, it's not meant to be as big as the way Arnold's chest got.
No,
it's not meant to be
his
like
bicep is bigger than his head almost.
his bicep.
Ridiculous.
Was huge. Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's a good model for anything in life. If done the right way with a goal and a plan, it can be safe and it can be healthy.
It's also just
That's true for everything.
It's also just living a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
It can take you somewhere you didn't even realize you were at. Like I had no idea. I was walking around thinking I was probably at like 12% body fat. I had no idea I was anywhere. Like it was what I thought I was got cut in half. Whether it's accurate or not, or like if it's 100% accurate
But
or not.
the margin of error is still ridiculous. Like it's still
the point. Yeah, exactly. The point is I'm somewhere way below I thought I was actually at. And it's just from living a mostly natural, healthy life.
And so how does
training.
that change your perspective? Like, did it change
It-
your regular day to day?
I used to think that guys that were at 6 to 8% body fat were unhealthy.
But what is it going to change? Is it going to change actions in you? Or are you just going to continue to do the
No,
same? You're like, oh, I'm on track. Boom. That's it.
Yeah, because I feel great. I always liked what I was doing. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And
But are you still going to pursue mass gains?
I'm gonna continue to try and grow. I don't want to. I was always trying to do a slow, lean bulk anyway. I was trying to do a lean bulk anyway. So I'm gonna continue to do my lean bulk. I'm not trying to get huge tomorrow. I don't need to rush. I'm not going into competition. I just want to naturally bring myself, slow and steady to my body's peak and keep it there for as long as I can. And I just want to live a healthy lifestile. I want to be, jacked to the ditch.
We all want to just live a healthy lifestyle. Yeah. We do these things. Okay. The look is good, but it's got to be about for me, it's about the feels.
Yeah.
And then the looks are secondary. Every now and again, when I'm alone, I'm looking in the mirror. Like, hey, you.
Yeah. Everybody loves to have some good aesthetics,
We're artists.
Yeah.
He's an artist. I'm an artist. We're going to think about composition. Does this muscle look like that muscle? Am I symmetrical?
Yeah, exactly.
I get concerned about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But don't. And it lasts for like a nanosecond. Then I move on with my life and realize, how do I feel? Good. I hope you got something out of it. Age is important and your body type is important. It's our sets were different for age for a reason. Yeah. Just because it was, right? It is.
It is.
And the same thing, if you're either one of our ages, to just pursue and find that metric for yourself that you're going to rely on and then commit to it. Have a North Star, go to attain it, but think about what your goals are. Is it for a specific reason? Are you running the race? Are you going to be in that money shot after a sex scene with your shirt off? Or what are you doing?
Exactly. Goals.
Gains, goals.
Goals equals gains equals results. Boom.
Yeah. Math.
So, yeah. I think shredded, you can be healthy being shredded. What do you think?
Of course. I don't think it should necessarily, it depends on your goals, but I don't think it should necessarily be the end all be all of a healthy, fit, worked out body.
I agree.
The hope is that it could be a product, a byproduct.
Yes.
Like when I saw my abs on a regular basis, like at rest, I'm like, oh, I can see them. That felt good. Then learning that I'm at an 18% body fat. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you said.
But that is healthy. I'm close to the excellent level of. I didn't even know that. What does that do for me? It's like, I have room to make it excellent, but I have a room that I'm satisfied with too. I'm satisfied where I'm at, so I'm going to pursue more. I do want to increase the width, the breadth of my chest, and I want to work on these biceps because it's always been like a trouble. I just aesthetically, I mean, too. Strength wise, I feel like I'm fine, but I don't want to hurt my shoulder or my elbow. So I got to be careful of that.
Yeah.
It's about recovery.
Yeah. I think we covered it.
I think we covered it. We uncovered it.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
Hit it right on the noggin.
We hit it right on the, on the tit.
Yeah.
Where, you can see the veins and the myofascia.
Shaped them out.
I want obliques.
I got some obliques.
I got some obliques.
I hear obliques are the punching muscles. If you got good obliques, you can hit hard.
Yeah. They cover the ribs. They protect the ribs.
Yeah.
Oh, my ribs taste juicy and delicious. Oh, wait. That's for dinner. Okay. I
Well,
want them to look healthy and delicious.
yeah, there you go. So the lion that's stalking you in the savannah thinks she's nice and juicy. Wants to take a chomp out of the meat you got.
Yeah. What do you say? You always wanted to look on lion's going to get that in
Look
the
at this.
Serengeti.
No, I look at this. I was like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
It's juicy. Look at that. I want to put it on a grill.
If I was running
Some
around,
Montreal seasonings.
if I was running around the savannah, a lion would think this is a great feast.
Yeah.
Nah, all right. Well, I've been Soterius Steele-Lemitius.
And I have been Joshua Callahan.
And we've been the gentlemen sit down. Please, leave a comment, subscribe, follow.
Comment.
Let us know your thoughts. Let us, if you disagree with us, let us know. This is an open conversation. Open conversation. You got come on, get involved.
Come on.
Get involved. Hit the
nice.
social media links in the description, all that stuff. Keep in touch. We'll catch you next week. We hope you have a great week. Peace.
Peace.